guys, it's Christina, and as I mentioned to y'all a couple of videos ago, this is the new declutter video for August of 2019. Dang, the whole year is almost gone by. But anyway, I figured we would do another declutter video before it gets to be fall season, which is my favorite time to to get cool Halloween decor and stuff like that. So let's start with the CDs and DVDs first, and then we'll get into the clothing. Alright, so I don't have a lot in the way of CDs and DVDs to give away. Back in the day, I used to regularly sell on Amazon and eBay and go to FYE and get store credit for, trading in CDs. So anyway, the first one I'm going to get rid of is the soundtrack, the 2-disc soundtrack to the musical Rent, which I love the movie, but I'm one of those people that even if I do have a soundtrack to a musical, like I would just much rather hear it within the movie. And I do have this on digital, so giving away the physical copy. This is a VHS of the old animated version of Charlotte's Web, which I have a very clear memory of back in elementary school in PE class. This is one of the movies that they used to have us watch all the time, other than The Land Before Time, whenever it was raining outside. So get rid of that. I used to like this movie Gordy, which is kind of like Babe, it's about a talking pig. Another talking pig movie. But anyway, so I'm getting rid of that because it just isn't something that I am interested in watching anymore. This is a movie I'm actually in. This is, what is the name of this? That's What I Am. And it's got Ed Harris in it, and I'm not sure who else is in this movie. But yeah, I was an extra in it years ago. So the next one I'm getting rid of is Prozac Nation. And I love Christina Ricci. I love the book version of this. I like Elizabeth Wurtzel's first couple of books, but this movie, there wasn't too much in it I connected with. Like, there were just kind of bits and pieces, certain scenes. But anyway, so getting rid of that. This one, I remember it's one of these movies that I loved watching at the movie theater. I went with my mom and a friend of hers, and I was like, dang, this is a really, really beautiful movie in terms of like the scenery and everything. I think it was Saoirse Ronan's first starring role. I don't want to say it was her first movie. I don't know if that's accurate or not. But anyway, it's a beautiful movie, but as you can see, I bought it and never opened it and never felt the urge to watch it. So the next movie is one that I kind of feel the same way about, Lovely Bones. I feel like there should be like a category in my life of movies that I've seen once in the theater, was completely impressed by, and ever since then, even though I've bought them, I just feel like watching them at home, just it couldn't recreate the magic of seeing them at the movie theater. And so, yeah, so this is Walk the Line with Joaquin Phoenix. Very impressive movie. I still have some of these songs downloaded on iTunes, and just never felt the urge to rewatch this in its entirety. But it is a very good movie. I'd recommend it. And then this movie, yet another musical. This movie, Across the Universe. This came out back in my college days. There was a very prolonged period of my college days where I felt like I should fit into the hippie subculture, and I was like constantly on like the hippie forums and stuff like that. And so if you don't know, Across the Universe is a movie musical. It's based on the music. It's kind of based around the music of the Beatles. And I bought this years ago. It's the 2-disc edition. Lots of special features. But it's just not something I reach for, even though I do love Evan Rachel Wood. And then this last one is The Descendants, which, as you can see, this is a Blu-ray, which I'd gotten from Blockbuster years ago. Actually, a friend of mine picked this up when Blockbuster was going out of business. And kind of like the Lovely Bones, where it's got this beautiful scenery to it and music and everything, but it's just not something I reach for, but I did love seeing it at the movie theater. So since I've been decluttering regularly over the years, I actually don't even have that much right now left to get rid of, which is a good sign. It means that even if I have been bringing in stuff that I don't reach for, you know, I'll keep it maybe a year or something, and then I'm like, well, I haven't looked at it, which is basically why I'm going to be getting rid of this Beauty and the Beast special edition of, I'm not really sure what magazine this is. But I remember finding it in the magazine section years ago, a couple years ago when it came out. And I thought, oh, that would be really nice, but, you know, it's cool, but I've never really looked at it. This, I believe I got from Barnes & Noble several years ago. And it's kind of like a behind-the-scenes look at the making of the movie Beautiful Creatures. You know, just all kinds of articles and pictures and stuff like that. Also something I've never really technically, you know, looked through. I've just kind of flipped through it and glanced through the pictures and then put it back down. So this next book I actually did make an effort to try to get through. It is If I Understood You, Would I Have This Look on My Face? By Alan Alda, which, by the way, I can't actually see that well enough to read it from this distance, but I'm just trying not to ruin the surprise of what the book underneath it is. But anyway, this is basically where he kind of teaches acting and improv exercises and stuff like that to scientists to kind of help them better their work and their connection to people and stuff like that. So I really did make an effort to try to get through this, and there are some paragraphs in it which I do believe are great for appealing to actors, but overall I couldn't get into it. And then the last one, you remember how I mentioned before about being a hippie? This is Peace and Love coloring book, which I bought probably a year ago. If I remember correctly, I think I bought this on Amazon. In fact, I still have an old set of colored pencils, and I mean, I think it's really cool that they have adult coloring books. I don't know if they're as prevalent now as they were a couple years ago when they were trending, but anyway, just, you know, it's not something I've ever actually used. I just kind of like the idea of it. Alright, so as y'all can see, this time around I'm not laying the clothes flat out on my bed. I'm laying them on my new tile floor. But anyway, so the first item of clothing that I'm getting rid of is this lovely long maxi dress with these beautiful dramatic sleeves. I got it on clearance from Killstar, and the large ended up being way too large for me, so getting rid of that. So another item I recently got on sale from Killstar that didn't work for me is this beautiful black denim jacket with this faux fur detailing at the collar. It is in the extra large size because I had a feeling it was going to be kind of stiff, as denim tends to be. And my new test for jackets is I tend to like to hold both my arms out in front of me like I'm going to give somebody a hug. And if it feels tight in the arms, then I know it's a bit too small for me, which is the case with this. So it's gotta go. And the reason I had got the large was because I have one other velvet item from Killstar and I needed to get the large in order for it to fit correctly. So the next item is a sleeveless pink shirt that I got probably from TJ Maxx or Marshalls. I've worn it once, wasn't really impressed with it, just kind of looked baggy on me. This next item is a skirt that I recently got. It's kind of like a mid-length skirt with a tie waist detailing that I got from Target. I thought it was going to look good. It ended up looking kind of baggy on me in some photos that I took recently. I didn't particularly care for how it looked, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. This is what is that? Oh, this has like a velveteen type cape that I got recently from Target, and or a cloak. I'm not sure which of the two. But anyway, I thought this was gonna look cool on me, and then I'm just so used to having sleeves and everything that I wear that I was like, dang, there's no sleeves. So, getting rid of that. This next one is a shirt, probably from Target or something like that. Yellow is kind of tough for me to pull off. I didn't particularly care for the shade of yellow in this. This next item I actually was inspired to get because of Beth Bears in Two Broke Girls in the first Christmas episode. And I love this gray shade here, but I actually have a vague memory of trying this on last year, and I think the sleeves were just too small for me, and they still are, so may as well just get rid of it. This I recently got on Poshmark. It's kind of a mesh looking sweater that I guess you probably put on top of like a crop top or tank top or something like that. It's a medium, but it doesn't fit me. It's too small. This is a leather jacket that I also got from Poshmark. It's in a large. It's got a beautiful belt detailing and some buttons and all that jazz. Too small for me though. Somebody else will love it. This is a studded shirt that I got from TJ Maxx or Marshalls. I also have the same one in black. I prefer it in black. This one I don't think I've ever actually worn out anywhere. This I got from Etsy. It's like a rainbow leopard colored shirt. I thought it might look good on me, and then I tried it on. I'm like, nope. And these last two items, I got these both on Poshmark because they were advertised as being like a moto jacket or a faux leather jacket or whatever it was. But anyway, as you can see from the material, they're more like shirt material instead of like a faux leather. So get rid of those. So this is the makeup I'm getting rid of. I meant to give most of this away to a friend last Christmas, and then it just didn't work out. So getting rid of it, may as well. And then this Revlon color balm or whatever it's called. This was a dupe for the NARS Cruella, as far as when I was looking for drugstore dupes. It kind of melted in my purse a bit, and then, you know, with the cap on, I mean, it didn't like get everywhere in my purse, but the tip of it just kind of melted in there, and then from there the shade just kind of deteriorated a bit, so it doesn't look as vibrant as it had been. And then this is a blush that I have read somewhere online is used in the TV show Schitt's Creek, and I don't remember exactly what the name of this blush is. It may have worn off since I bought it, but it's got more of like a purplish tint to it. I don't know how well you can see that in this lighting, but anyway, I just don't really use purplish tinted blushes. So this is the end of the declutter. If y'all like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell, and I'll see you later. Bye.